What's going on, my peoples? It's your boy Kenny, man. I'm back one time for your mind. Sorry I haven't been doing videos lately. People have been dealing with some shit uh at my job, and plus I'm rearranging the baby's moving her to a bigger room, so I'm doing a lot of in-house projects right now. But anyway, I will be up and running today. I'll be doing live streams today a lot, so make sure you guys tune in later on. We'll be doing some live streams. I'm gonna set my wife up so she can start painting, and then after that, uh, I'll be out for like maybe about uh, and I'll be doing some live streams tomorrow. They got a couple of exhibition fights coming up, boxing matches tomorrow, so I'll be doing live stream boxing matches tomorrow, and a couple of live streams that we normally do about politics and what's going on in the world. But I had missed y'all, man, so I'm back. But let's get into this live stream real quick, man, because I don't want to be long on this because I'm doing stuff today. Um can we just say that big up to the homie TV, man, because he do a great job over there covering basketball and sports and stuff like that, but mainly basketball. Um you know I appreciate the brother Ticket TV opinion and holding a lot of these uh modern day superstars, um future Hall of Famers, accountable for when they don't play good. You know what I mean? When they struggling. And I believe sometimes, it's just my opinion, but it's love to the brother TTV. Sometimes his expectations for a lot of these players with some of these teams that they play on, his expectations are too high. Um and from like last time I checked, that salute to the homie, RIP to the late great Nipsey Hussle for that quote. But the last time I checked, that it, you have more than one player on the team. And so a team, to be a championship team or a contender type of team, you have to have more than one person on that team that actually is some good. And you have to gel, and you have to make sure you understand your position when you have new players on the team that may not be that good. Um, let's just focus on Steph Curry right now. Y'all know my favorite player in the league is Steph Curry. It been like that since I knew. I could say since, well, Kobe always been my favorite player, but after Kobe is Steph Curry. Um, I call him Steph Curry with the shot, boy. Um, Listen, Steph Curry is a future Hall of Famer. There's no doubt he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. When it's his time to get in the Hall of Fame, Steph Curry um is probably is was one of- is the greatest is one of the greatest shooters that we have ever seen. And the reason I say one of the greatest, because he has to pass Ray Allen to me before he's the greatest shooter. 3-point shooter. You know what I mean? After he passes him for that, and his points go up in the next couple of years, because I think Steph Curry like 32. The next 3 years is going to be very critical that Steph Curry wins at least one more championship. Um, and start breaking you know, um, personal records for him himself of doing. I don't have a problem with the last 2 3 to 4 years of a person's career when they already have championships, striving for their own personal uh accomplishments to go down as the greats. I think that's the time for it. I think in the beginning is your time, in the middle of your career, which is usually like around your prime, around 25. And it depends if you get in the league later or whatever. You go to, but people don't go to college that long to be in the league. I mean, cause like they don't do a whole 4 years of college. So um, I believe from 25 to about 32, It's the time the way you're supposed to be trying to win a championship. Um, so in the beginning, you're supposed to be trying to establish, excuse me, establish yourself on personal um accomplishments. I believe. I think in the middle of your career, that's when you try to win championships and don't care about a lot of that shit. When you get about 32, that's when you kind of like try to, because you're coming out of your prime, and so that's when you try to start working on them personal accomplishments too. So I have no problem with Steph Curry personally trying to get uh uh stats that, you know, to help him go down as one of the greats. um I need people to understand something about Steph Curry. Steph Curry is is an assassin in his own way. um and I need listen, we hold these guys to expectations, a high expectations of, you know, people of like Jordan, um Larry, Magic, and Kobe. And I believe sometimes it's a little unfair to have these expectations for these guys, some of these greats that goes down, that, you know, some of these future Hall of Famers like Steph Curry and Kevin Durant. A lot of these guys, the expectations of them, um to hold them at those type of standards, because those guys I just mentioned are guys that are they was different, man. And what I mean by they was different was is and was that the mentality of these guys. We haven't seen the mentality of somebody like Magic and Bird really in a way of their basketball IQ and the way they played the game and how they attacked the game. That was different. And then you talk about Michael. We know Michael in a whole nother stratosphere by himself. The greatest basketball player that ever lived. Um, my opinion. And then you talking about the Kobe, the Black Mamba. That's the Kobe mentality. That's different. Everybody don't have that. Um, and so, you know, I don't hold these guys. I don't have the high expectations of a lot of these guys. I like to see them play, and I enjoy the game. Some people think that it's soft. I believe that I don't like the way the game has been, like how they referee it. I think the guys are if you think the game is soft now, it's mainly because of how they ref the game. And so the players only can adjust to the refs or the league of how they ref the game. And so that's why the guys are playing the way that they play. And if you think that's soft, well, you blame that on the commissioners, um and the referees are how referee the game. But I love the way the game is going. I appreciate the guys and how they play. I think Steph Curry has revolutioned the game of the 3 points and how they shoot. But you know, we have to we have to respect these guys of what they do in the game. Um, Steph Curry has been playing great this year. Um, you're not going to come out every game, and I don't give a fuck who you are. There's only certain people that going to come out and dominate the game every game. But we have seen the greats and superstars, Hall of Famers that came out and just had bad games. It's just like that, and it's not one or two games. I'm talking about 10, 11 games a year that where they just not good enough. You know what I'm saying? Or they just don't have it that night. And so Steph Curry been playing very great this season to me. Um, the Warriors are not a great team. If you look at the roster, they're not bad. I mean, they're not like bad, but they're not great. They're not a good team like that. They are okay, average team this year. Even with Steph Curry on the floor. I was watching the game last night. It was a bunch of no name guys out there taking shots. Just my opinion. Like Draymond Green to me is is a average player. He's just an average player. He's not a Hall of Famer. To me, he's not. Some guys that you can just have on a team that's a glue to a team. Like if you put Dennis Rodman on a team with a bunch of nobodies and with maybe one superstar, you can say, right? Dennis Rodman is not that good by himself, really. Like with one superstar, he's going to be average or above average, but he's not going to be great. Especially when if like Dennis Rodman, he doesn't shoot and stuff like that. You know what I mean? He's not a scorer. He's more of a defensive a guy. Um, he does all the dirty work. He rebound. He can assist a little bit here and there. And he could defend. But he's not a superstar. And Draymond Green is the same way. I'm not saying that he's better than Dennis Rodman, but I'm saying the skill sets are similar in a way, right? Draymond Green is not like a great player or anything like that, and I don't think he's a Hall of Famer to me. I believe Robert Horry is better than Draymond Green. My opinion, but that's for another day. But so I'm not sitting here trying to act like the Warriors got a great team. They do not have a great team. Clay is not playing. He's a future Hall of Famer, first ballot, one of the greatest shooters that ever have ever played the game. And he's not playing. He's out. He's hurt. And so you just got Steph out there. And then you got Wiggins, and Wiggins is not he's a first round draft pick. He's not a scrub or anything like that, but he's average. You know what I'm saying? So he's not what we all thought he was going to be. So you got this guy that's on his last leg, kind of like he's more of a role player. You can actually the way Wiggins play a lot of the times, you rarely like even when he does certain stuff, it doesn't affect the game. He could be a bench player for all I know. If you don't pay it, like if you put him on if he came off the bench, you wouldn't know that he started. Like say like he starts now, right? But if you put him on a bench, you wouldn't like be like, oh, the Wiggins in the game. Like you know what I mean? You don't notice him and his scoring or whatever he does really like that because the team is not that good, and Wiggins is not that great of a player or good of a player like people think. So he's an average player. He's a role player. Um, you could put, like I said, he could be a bench player. Be a six man or something like that for all we care. I mean, for all we, if we wanted to, if the Warriors wanted to. Um, and then you had the rookie Watkins, whatever his name is, but the rookie #1 pick, he's hurt, he's out. He's a baby. Even when he was playing, he's a baby. He's trying to find his way in the game. It is what it is with him. You know, and it's just a bunch of role players. Like you don't even know half of these dudes. What's his name? Porter. He's not even playing. I think he's hurt. And when he did play, he's more of a out of control player. Um, and so you just got all these little bits of pieces of guys that play basketball, and they're not that good. And then you got Steph Curry, a superstar, two-time former MVP, future Hall of Famer, one of the greatest three-pointer shooters we have ever seen, one of the greatest shooters we have ever seen. And he's out there bitch basically by himself with a bunch of fucking role players. And so when Ticket was coming out there, getting out there on Steph Curry and shit like that, to me, I understood what he was trying to do, but it was too out of pocket. He was going way too far with this shit of acting like Steph Curry supposed to carry a bunch of bums. Um, and let's get this straight. I love Kobe Bryant. I know when Kobe Bryant played with bums and shit like that. I get that, but it was years of Kobe Bryant playing with okay average players. Like, these guys are horrible. Believe it or not, these guys are horrible. And so, you know, we was have he had I think we had this discussion on here, but I think Ticket had a discussion on his platform where he was talking about AI. Yeah, of course. I don't believe that uh Steph Curry is better than AI. Um I believe that he got to at least win one more championship and maybe carry this team to the playoffs this year by himself. Um, but he's a great player, and it's not saying that he won't surpass AI, but um, we do need to put some respect on AI name. Steph Curry is not better than AI. And just because you can, and like I said, um, AI did what he did. He carries his team with a bunch of bums for over a decade, and you gotta. That's why I said we got to get AI his props, but you can't get mad at Steph Curry because his organization put pieces around him uh for him to put pieces around him so he can succeed and get championships and have be a great team, have great seasons. You can't blame Steph Curry for that because the Philadelphia 76ers didn't put great pieces or average or good pieces around Allen Iverson. Like, it's not AI fault, but you can't blame Steph Curry for that. Steph Curry played with Hall of Famers, like, and he played with good players. They surrounded his team they surrounded him with a great team. Um, so you can't blame him for that. So I'm not going to blame him for that, and not going to try to lower him down beneath AI at the end of the day, like at the end of his career. But right now, no, he's not better than AI, but he's great. He's right there. He's not that, like, he's right behind AI, but he's not better than AI right now because I want to put some fucking respect on AI name of how great AI was for carrying a team for over a decade with no or maybe one Hall of Famer, which was Mutombo. You get what I'm saying? And he only had Mutombo for a few years. So um let's just be respectful on AI, and let's be respectful on Steph Curry with that. Don't blame Steph Curry for that ticket. Some people be going way too far with that shit. But Steph Curry been playing great this year, MVP level type shit. And I believe if he gets his team into the playoffs, I don't give a fuck where he ranks at. I mean, where his team ranks at getting in the playoffs, they're 8th seed or 7th seed. I don't care where he gets them at. Um, I believe Steph Curry should be in a top, at least the top discussion, or um win the MVP this year. Um, I believe if they make it to an 8 or 7 seed, I believe that they maybe can upset the first or the 2nd seed. My opinion. I just believe that. I think it's possible that they can do it, especially if Steph Curry plays like he's playing now. I don't listen. I don't believe that they could do it if they made it to the playoff, the upset a team. And it's not because of Steph Curry. I just believe that the Warriors team is horrible. They are a horrible team. And put the side of Steph Curry. If you take Steph Curry out of that lineup, these dudes are the worst team in the NBA. Um, and let's just be honest about that. So you got to give Steph Curry some props here. Um, but he's playing great, and I believe he should be in, at least even right now. And I still think he should be in a top 5 discussion of MVP. I don't want to hear about Giannis. Giannis, the Greek freak. I don't want to hear about him as MVP. Bullshit. James Harden definitely should be up in there. Um, Kevin Durant missed too many games for me, so I'm not putting him in that discussion. I believe we can even throw Kyrie in the top discussion of MVP. I like what's the name being in that discussion. What's his goddamn name? Shit. Um, what is his name? God damn it. Um, Luca. I'm sorry. God damn it. Luca definitely is in that discussion of MVP. Um, I think we can take LeBron James' name out of of the MVP this year because I just think that he played LeBron been playing great this year, but he missed a lot of games. I think from my understanding, I believe that he has missed almost the same games as Steph Curry or more. But I think he's getting ready to come back. So I don't know. I got to check that out. But I just think LeBron James. Okay. And don't get me wrong. When he was playing, he was carrying the Lakers. But like I said, you look at all the teams that LeBron has beaten with him on the floor. They have beaten a lot of teams that ain't that good. The teams that was good, LeBron didn't beat a lot of those teams. He didn't beat a lot of those teams. He beat a lot of subpar bad teams. A lot of teams that was below 500. So I don't got LeBron in the MVP conversation. I'm sorry. I don't know why people keep trying to put him in there. I get it. We in LeBron James fanboy media type shit going on, where they trying to get LeBron everything, and and this is the real reason why I don't like LeBron James as a basketball player. I don't like his game. And it's the media that hypes him up way too much for me. And shit on everybody else, but LeBron can't do nothing wrong out that motherfucker. Like he's Mr. Perfect. And even when he fuck up, they make excuses for him. But anyway, um, and Embiid, um, I believe my honest opinion, and they got Nokic there. I'm not a big fan of him. I think he's okay. Um, from Denver. But I like Embiid for MVP this year. My honest opinion. I believe him or Steph Curry should get it. Um, because I think Embiid is having his come out year. This is his year to do his thing to win MVP. I think he played MVP basketball this year. I think um if you really want to be honest, I looked at Embiid game this year. If you really want to look at Embiid right now, Embiid is the top 5 player in the league. Um, the playoffs are definitely tell you that it depends how great he plays this playoffs. I'll let you know for sure that he's a top 5 player, even if he wins even if he wins or don't win a championship this year. I believe if he makes it to the Eastern Conference Finals, I believe he's a top 5 player. I think he's a top 5 player right now. I'm getting ready to go down my list of who's the top 5, top 10, real quick before I get out of here. But Embiid is playing great this year. I think he deserved the MVP this year. Um, and if you want to throw in second to there, I think you could maybe throw Luca or Steph Curry at 3. I think those guys been playing unbelievable this year. And I give James Harden right behind it. James Harden been playing great. I know people going to get at James Harden because how he left Houston and he quit on them. You not quit on them, but I mean you can see that. But I put him fourth, and then down at front, and then I throw Kyrie at number 5. I think Kyrie has been playing great this year. Um, look at his numbers; he's been impacting. He's won games this year, even with James Harden in the game. If it wasn't for Kyrie, they wouldn't win a lot of these games. Kevin Durant been in and out of the lineup. Um, and they all haven't been playing together and shit. They just got blown out by the Lakers and shit. But that was and then I think they just lost the other night too against the Sixers. So and they took Kyrie out of the fourth quarter, but I don't know what that's about. But Kyrie plays great. So I got him at number 5. So I got, like I said, I got Embiid, Luka, Steph, James Harden, and Kyrie as top 5 candidates for MVP, and then there's everybody else. I really don't care after that. All right, let's get to the best players in the league right now. We're gonna start off with number 1. The best player in the league um is we're gonna have to, believe it or not, we're gonna have to give this to um right now. Because like I said, y'all know I like to be fair about this. Right now, the best player in the league right now, playing right now, uh number 1 is LeBron James. LeBron James is before he got hurt, he was carrying the Liggins. And like I said, I'm a little skeptical about the teams that he beat. You know what I mean? But right now, LeBron James playing great this year, so I'm gonna have to get LeBron that number one slot. And then I'm gonna go with Embiid. Embiid is playing great. I think he's number two, the best player in the league right now. That's how he playing. So I'm giving it to him. And number three, I'm gonna go ahead and get to Kevin Durant. I keep saying this. When Kevin Durant plays, you can see how he's better than everybody. I know they got beat the other night against the Lakers or something like that. I think it was the Lakers, but he still put his numbers up, and I think he coming off an injury and shit like that. So it's difficult. Um, but I'm still putting Kevin Durant top three. So I got Kevin Durant at number three. Number four, I got Luca. I think Luca is playing great this year. I think we need to stop playing around with Luca. Luca is a top five, one of the best players in the league. And number five, I'm putting James Harden in. James Harden has played great this year, and I appreciate his play. I appreciate how he transitioned and showing how his IQ of the game and his willingness to take a step back a little bit and focus on passing and doing all the stuff that a point guard can do and scoring when he want to. That's why I got James Harden number five, top five players in the league. Because he can score when he want to. We never ain't nobody's ever going to second, like he can't score. Like ain't nobody gonna be like, he need to work on his scoring. He need to uh, uh, uh learn his spot where he can score at. Nobody's saying that. We all know what James Harden can do offensively. To see him playing defense, when he needs to see him passing the ball, taking the games over when he need to, running the offense and shit like that. Brilliant shit. And to see his IQ of the game is brilliant. So I got James Harden at number five. Number six, um, I'm gonna go ahead and put Kyrie at number six. Kyrie is playing great this year, and I need people to really realize what Kyrie has been doing. And so I got Kyrie at number six. I got at number seven, I got shit, man. I got Jokic. I think that's his name from Denver. I got him at number seven. He's playing great basketball. I appreciate his game. Number eight, um, I have uh I got Mitchell. Mitchell from Utah. He's great. He's playing great this year. I got him as he's fucking killing right now. So I got him at eight. Um, at number nine, I have um I got Steph at number nine. Steph playing great this year. So I'm putting Steph up there. Steph at number nine right now. He's playing great this year. And at number 10, I gotta put Giannis up there, just because he's doing Giannis is doing what Giannis do, but he's still having an impact on the game. And and believe it or not, the Bucks can be scary when they clicking. And they still a threat in the Eastern Conf. I mean, in the Eastern Conference, they still a threat. You know what I mean? They top three team in the league. So I gotta give the Greek Freak. I gotta still put him at number 10. Um, Bradley Beal played great this year. But the Wizards are not going anywhere. And the reason I got him over Steph is because, like I said, he's playing with Russell Westbrook, and I think, and listen, if him and Russell Westbrook cannot get if I'm not mistaken, I got to look at the ringers, but I don't even think the Washington Wizards is going to make the playoffs, or they ain't even in contention, contender to make it to the playoffs this year. So they can't make it to the playoffs this year. Bradley Bill had a great year, but I'm not putting them in. I took him out the top 10, so I'm not putting him back, not back in my top 10 unless he makes the playoffs. But which he should with Russell Westbrook, and I don't know how that's happening. But anyway, and they got a better of a team over there in the Wizards, and they in the Eastern Conference, and they got a better team than the Warriors. So them and the Warriors, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, that's my top 10 right now, man. Like I said, man, it changes. Um, it changes through the season. You know what I mean? I don't necessarily just keep that 100% all the way through the year. I watch how these guys play, and people are like, why you ain't got Kawhi in there? Listen, Kawhi is Kawhi. Kawhi doing what Kawhi does. Kawhi's playing great basketball, but he's not playing every game. Um, and Kawhi just does what Kawhi does. Kawhi right now is just playing um basketball like he normally would. Um, I I don't really care about Kawhi playing great through the regular season like that. I care about him playing great in the playoffs. Him in playoff P. That's all I care about. I don't really care about the regular season when it comes to Kawhi. Um, I mean, Kawhi doesn't have any MVPs, but if maybe next year or the year after that he want to be consistent in that way of getting the MVP, which I think he don't really care. I think he cares more about championships. So I don't really care about Kawhi's regular season. Um, so he's not. I mean, right now those top players that I just mentioned is playing great basketball. So I think they playing better basketball than Kawhi. Just my opinion. Um, this year, I go listen. By the end of the year, I might re-rank them. Kawhi might be in my top 10. You get what I'm saying? So but I gotta be fair about who's having the best season, who looks like the best players in the league right now. Um, I usually do it monthly of picking my top 10. But right now, Kawhi's not in my top 10 right now. But he's like, it's not because he's not playing great. It's just that I think these other guys are playing better basketball. I think they have more of an impact on in the game right now than Kawhi is. That's just my opinion. But yeah, man, big up to Steph Curry for playing great basketball, man. And like I said, I believe that if they make the 7 to 8 seed, I believe he should win MVP. Um, but um if they gave it to Embiid, I ain't gonna be mad at that. If they gave it to Luca, I wouldn't be mad at that. But I probably wouldn't even be that upset if they gave it to James Harden. But I can understand why people don't want to give it to James. So, it's out of those four to me, I think should get that MVP. Everybody else is just, if you want to throw their names in it. But anyway, people, leave your comments, hit that like button, support your boy. It's your boy Kenny, man. I'll be back later doing a live stream. I told y'all we're gonna do live streams later. I got some shit that I need to talk about. So I'll catch you guys later, man. Peace and love to the world.